Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and I thought I'd just bring you into the kitchen this afternoon. Now I've been putting off this job for quite a while, and it's the Sedirea japonica, and I last potted it up in this basket on the 24th of November 2016, and I've had it soaking, as you can see. And I've also sprayed it with some hydrogen peroxide, and the reason I sprayed it was that I found a crawley, and I got the brush, and the damn thing, excuse my French, didn't want to brush away, so I thought, well, I'll get you, and I've sprayed it. Now whether or not I've killed it, I've no idea. Now this is potted up in sphagnum moss, and these two roots here I managed to point in that direction, and since then this year it's given me this new growing root and this new growing root, and it's given me a new leaf. And this Sedirea japonica of course now comes into the name Phalaenopsis japonica, and we've got a nice big leaf there. So I've got everything ready now. I've got some New Zealand sphagnum moss, and I've had this quite a while. It was 80 litres, so it has lasted me, and so I've already rinsed that and taken all the debris out. I've got some more chiata bark there, and I've also got some Melrose cork bark, because I'm not really too sure what I'm going to pot her up in. So I'll bring the tray over now, and hopefully you're all in focus, and I'll put that tray behind now. I could take one of these wires and just unwire this, and but it's very awkward, so I'm going to see whether or not, because I've just gently, it's these roots you see, that's the, unlike with a pot, and you can just squeeze the pot. The same goes I suppose with this type of basket, because what I don't want to do is damage any of these new roots, and I don't really want to damage any of these nice leaves. So, but I do need to, oh look at that. Now that's, but now that was a good time. She's got a root there, and that's attached to a piece of, now whether or not that'll come loose in a minute or two. I'm hoping it will, because that's a piece of bark, but it's not a decent piece of bark. And let's just, I think I must have wrapped her up, thinking I was wrapping up a Neo-Phoenicia. And let's just see what we've got in here, bearing in mind she's been in this this type of media now for such a long time. There's no, if you look at it now really, it's like a ton of sphagnum moss. I mean, not now, I mean I'm more experienced now, that I certainly wouldn't pack it in something like this now. Actually the centre doesn't smell too bad, and of course I don't actually wet it as much as this. But let's just have a look and see what we've got to deal with here. I'm hoping you're still all in focus, and let's just have a look. Goodness gracious. Keith's in the other room, he's just on his tablet, and I just hope we don't get any email alerts today. And well, look at that, how tiny it is. And this one here, this is one of those big roots that see if I can just untangle this. That was an aerial root, and I pointed it in the right direction. Oh, look at that. There's that damn bug. Look, can you see it now there? Can you see that bug? Can you see it there? Got it. So I don't know what kind of a bug that was. Oh, bugs. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, sorry about that. I'm going to just have to tidy up as I go along because I can't be doing with all this. Right. Now let's just take some of this off. And then, what have I done? Oh, I've brought my scissors down. And, well, look at this. Considering it's been in there all this time, it's really not got a substantial root system. And let's just see what we've got here. So, see, that's not brilliant, that one isn't, that root there. But it's actually, it's not rotten, it's not like this. I mean, you can just see that, that's, I can take that back down to there. So that's gone. And let's have a look. That's gone. Oh, look at this one here. Can you see this one? Right here. And let's take that back. See if I can get any green there. No, there was no green, so I'm going to take it further back. I'm going to take that off there. And let's just have a look here. Don't know whether you're in focus there, but can you see that root there? Now what's this? It's like as though it's got a callus on the side. I'm hoping it's a callus. But that root, you see, that just died. So it's a good time, and thankfully I didn't leave it any longer. Let's just have a look. See, that's not a brilliant root neither. Right, that one's just going. Now, I mean, it could be something that's been in the pot just nibbling away at them, but I don't actually think it was. I'm going to just see if I can see that piece there. I've got that off. And I'm going to tip all this out of this basket. I'm going to rinse this basket out now. And let's have a look what we're dealing with. It's very hot today in Crewe. I mean, we don't have hot weather like this. We have it now and again, of course, but not like the Floridians have to deal with. And right, now let's just have a look. Let me just get rid of some of this here, and then. So I've just been reading up on this Sedirea japonica, and it does say to treat it as a phalaenopsis. And so let's just brush these little bits of sphagnum moss off, and there we go, just tidy it up a bit. Now I'll take those little bits off there. Now this is the basket I've got it potted up in, and it's just got some web netting at the bottom that I put in. And so it's quite a decent size basket, and I think what I'll do now is I've got some of this large Melrose Court bark here, so I'm going to bob some of that at the bottom, because what I'm aiming for now is to have a more open mixture for these roots to, there we go, to sit in, find the way down. Excuse the noise, it's the wires, and then what I might just do is just put a little bit of sphagnum moss just in here, and then fill the rest up with orchiata bark. I mean, it was in orchiata bark, I think, but it is breaking down. So you just bear with me a minute. Let's just put a little bit of sphagnum moss, not a lot. There we go. Taking great care not to damage these roots. Now let's just have a look at that one. See, that doesn't look viable at all, and but it's not squishy, whatever word you want to use. See, and these roots are fine. So I'm just going to, let's get you in focus. I'm just going to put a little bit of moss there, so she just sits. There we go. Just a little bit, just to tuck underneath. What I'm trying not to do, of course, is touch the tips of those nice growing roots. And let's just have a look now, how she's going to sit. Let's just put a little bit. See, it's this long strand sphagnum moss, and if I just put a little bit on there, that will enable the these roots here to sit there and get hydrated and not get damaged. Right, now let's just have a look how it looks before I start to put some orchiata bark on. And then we've got that one now. Let's just position her right. Okay, there's the other roots there, can you see? And in actual fact, one of the roots might be aiming in this direction. She may as well fit snug and right in the, there we go. She better that way. Let's just have a look. And the trouble is, you'll get it looking right on one direction, and then when you're in another direction it doesn't look quite right. Now, what was that? Let's just brush that off. There we go. Okay, so she's got a nice little bit of sphagnum moss now. Those roots, especially that one there, can you see that one? That's already pointing down. So let's just get some of this orchiata bark. Now this is small to medium. Not as good as it used to be. You get some little soft bits and some bits that are neither use nor ornament. See, like that. You see? But what can you do these days? Right, so I'm going to now put very gently just went into the grow room, and the the temperature and the humidity up there has been 26 today, with humidity at one point at 88. See that bit there? Neither use. And I'm so glad when it's hot weather like this. I mean, it will break. I mean, we don't have, you know, very long periods of hot weather here in England. I mean, we all moan because we don't have nice weather. And then once we have the nice weather, after a few days we're all moaning because we're too hot and we can't cope with it. So we're never happy. We're always moaning. We're a moaning nation. And we get long winters where we also, well, we don't all suffer with sad, but because of the grey skies, people can suffer with sad. And then we look forward then to the lighter days, the longer days, and then that makes us feel wonderful. And then, like I say, we used to temperatures in the mid-20s. That's very nice for us. And that's the summer. Now look at that. What am I going to do with that leaf now? Can I get it to come forward? Let's have a look. And unlike Canada and parts of America where you have a cut-off from spring to summer, and then you get very, very high temperatures all summer, we don't have that here. So let's just have a look how she's doing now. And then, so we've already got that one new root, which is pointing down into that direction. And let's just have a look. I'll pull this leaf back now, put that one over there, and let's just have a look. I was really worried about doing this repot because when I checked, and it has been in this medium for so long, I didn't really know what to expect. So there we go, let's just brush it. And where's that this little container here? She'll sit in there, and she probably won't need watering today. Well, she won't get watered today, but I'll certainly give her, or check her tomorrow, because this medium will dry up rapidly. And there we go. And I've seen other YouTubers, and they've actually had their Sedirea japonica flower, and they're supposed to be highly scented. So I'm hoping now with this different kind of medium that there we go, it'll romp away now. And all I've got to do now is to put today's date there underneath, and we're on Wednesday the 27th of June 2018, so I'll mark that under there then. And there we go. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully that root there will have the sense to make its way down there. Or sometimes if they come across over here, then I can just kind of point them in that direction. Now, thank you to all my new subscribers. I can't believe where I'm getting all these subscribers from, because you know, I'm a no-fuss orchid grower, and I do like to actually experiment sometimes, and it's all a learning curve, so we all learn together. So there we are. Turn around here, and I'll just bring something in from outside and show you if you just bear with me a minute. Now this is my adenium plant, and it's been outside, and it's been in the self-facing at the front, and I can't remember whose video I was watching today, and some of them grow them as bonsais. Now I don't know anything about bonsai. I do watch Roger's bonsais, and they look absolutely lovely, but of course I hadn't got proper trays or anything like that. I just got this little basket here, and I thought, well, there goes. It's a Heath Robinson. That's just a name that we use for somebody who just throws things together with bits of old this and that. And let me just bring you up a little bit. There she is, see? She's got one or two of these unfortunately burnt leaf tips, so I'll just cut them off, and I've been able to give her some feed, and so hopefully this one now will be able to give us that nice big bulbous root. I don't know what they call it, but some of them are absolutely wonderful. So that's another thing I've been doing today, and we'll put that over there now. Oh dear, drip some water. And finally, if I get a chance before the video, and this is the Kalanchoe Tomentosa Chocolate Panda, and I got this in 2017, and I have to be careful because my clumsy hands, and I've never seen that before. I mean, there are people who grow little succulents, and look at that. They're like roots that have come down from there, and they're searching out that potting mixture. So anyway, perhaps those who've got this type of plant could tell me if that's alright, and also could you tell me whether I've got this potted too deep? I hope I haven't, but there again I might. So that's it, that's all now, folks. I'll put that back in there, and just bring it up a little bit, and there she is. So thank you for joining me today, and enjoy this nice weather if you're in England, and enjoy your gardens and enjoy your orchids. So from me to you, take care, speak again soon, bye bye now.